In front of me, I have 3 of the top-rated EDC flashlights, all by Olight. We have first, from the ArkPro series, the ArkPro Ultra. Next, we have the Arkfeld Pro. And then lastly, the ArkPro. I'm going to be putting these 3 flashlights against each other to see which one is going to be the best EDC flashlight from Olight that you can buy. We'll be comparing physical differences like the actual size and weight of each of these flashlights. We'll also go into all of the specs, including how many lumens each one of them has at the brightest mode, and then we'll be comparing the individual features for each one of the lights. Lastly, I'll wrap everything up with my final thoughts and give you my pick as to which one is the best EDC flashlight from Olight. I'm super excited that Olight sent me these flashlights. I'm a huge fan of the Ark series. I personally have been using the ArkPro as my EDC flashlight for the past couple of weeks. However, that might change after this video. These 3 flashlights are very similar in weight and in length, but the smallest of the 3 is definitely going to be the Arkfeld. The Arkfeld Pro is 4.72 inches long and weighs just 3.92 ounces. The ArkPro is longer at 4.88 inches, and it weighs slightly more at 4.05 ounces. The heaviest of the bunch is going to be the ArkPro Ultra. It weighs 4.23 ounces, but it's the exact same length as the ArkPro. As far as packaging goes, the ArkPro Ultra definitely has the more ultra packaging. However, each of the flashlights come with the same accessories. You get a magnetic USB-A charging cord. On the back, each of the flashlights get a metal hat clip. However, the clip on the ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra are going to be slightly beefier than the Arkfeld Pro. When it comes to physical design, there are going to be some slight differences between the 3. The Arkfeld Pro has a rotating dial here where you can switch between the 3 different modes. It also has a center function button as well as 4 LEDs here for the battery percentage. The Arkfeld Pro is going to be missing a dedicated laser button on the side as well as a dedicated USB-C port on the other side. And finally, the Arkfeld Pro misses out on a dedicated spotlight. But even with those differences from a design standpoint, it's still pretty similar to the ArkPro. The ArkPro and the ArkPro Ultra are going to be much more similar with a couple of distinct differences. You're going to have the exact same modes on each one of these flashlights, the center button as well as the option wheel, a dedicated laser on each side, and a USB-C port on the other side. You're also going to get the same battery status LEDs on each one, as well as the brightness level indicators. The main physical difference is going to be this arc beat that's on the ArkPro Ultra and not on the ArkPro. The arc beat is going to be an indicator of how long you have used your flashlight. It'll change different colors depending on the length that you've used it, and a full cycle takes 254 hours of use. The last of the physical differences between the 2 is going to be in the build material. The ArkPro is made of 6061 aluminum alloy, and the ArkPro Ultra is made out of O aluminum alloy, which Olight claims to be 1.73 times stronger than aluminum alloy. Beyond physical differences, these flashlights also differ in the specifics. The Arkfeld Pro is the cheapest, coming in at $100. The ArkPro is second at $110, and finally the ArkPro Ultra is $130. Now those are going to be retail prices, and you can often find these lights cheaper than those quoted prices. And if you're interested in checking out the current pricing, I'll go ahead and leave an affiliate link down below in this video. Beyond price, we also see a difference in the lighting power. The Arkfeld Pro has a beam distance of 334 feet, and it has a max brightness of 1300 lumens. The ArkPro steps it up a notch with a 672 foot beam distance and 1500 lumens. And finally, the ArkPro Ultra has the same beam distance as the ArkPro, but it has 1700 lumens. We also see quite a significant difference in battery life. The Arkfeld Pro gets a 1500 milliamp hour battery, whereas the other ArkPros get a 2000 milliamp hour battery, giving you a max runtime of 11 days in this one and a max runtime of 2 weeks for these. Beyond those specific specs, everything is pretty similar except when it comes to the features. The real feature differences come between the Arkfeld and the ArkPro series because these 2 have almost identical features besides the arc beat. The Arkfeld Pro has 3 different modes to choose from. We have our general flashlight mode, we have our laser mode, and we have our UV mode. We have one option for UV lighting. We also have one option when it comes to using the laser. One cool feature is that while the laser is on, you could double click and use the flashlight and the laser at the same time. Lastly, we have our flashlight mode. So if I press and hold, you're going to get your moonlight option, which is going to be your lowest light and also best for reading. If I press and hold, that is low. Then we have medium. Lastly, we have high, which is really bright. And if I triple click, we get the turbo mode, which is going to be that 1300 lumens. For such a compact flashlight, it has many different options that will suit most people. When it comes to the ArkPro series, however, you get way more functionality. Just like the Arkfeld Pro, we have 3 different dials here, but they are going to be different. First off, we have the UV here. So if I press on the center button, it turns it on. If I press and hold, we actually have a second level of UV. Our middle option here is going to be the floodlight. That's where you're going to get your brightest settings. If we press and hold, we'll get moonlight. If I one press and turn it on, that's low, so pretty bright. If I press and hold again, that's going to be your medium light. If I press one more time, that's going to be high. And at any time, I can double click to get turbo mode. And if I want strobe, I triple click. Those controls are actually the opposite of the Arkfeld Pro. Beyond floodlight, we also have spotlight, which is a way more dedicated light. And for spotlight, we have the moonlight mode. We also have low, medium, and high. And at any time, I could double click to get turbo mode. Lastly, we have the dedicated laser button on the side. If I press it, it will turn it on to low. If I press and hold it, it will go back to high or back down to low. You can also use the laser in other modes by turning on that specific mode, clicking on the laser button, and then it will work simultaneously with the light. Now, this wouldn't be a proper comparison without testing out these lights on their highest mode outside. And just for a frame of reference, the fence that you see inside the footage is about 100 feet away from the house. First up, we have the Arkfeld Pro. This is what it looks like with turbo mode on. I can easily see the barn and a little ways past the fence, but overall, I was genuinely impressed with this light, being that it has the least amount of lumens between the 3. Next, we have the ArkPro, which is also very bright. I could easily see to the barn with the floodlight option. And then once I turned it onto the spotlight option, I could see the chicken coop way past the barn into the field, and it was very impressive. Finally, the ArkPro Ultra had the best floodlight option in turbo mode. You could tell that it was much brighter than the other 2 flashlights, and it wasn't even a comparison with those extra 200 lumens. Then the spotlight was also excellent, allowing me to see deep into our field past our barn. When it comes down to it, you really can't go wrong with any of these 3 flashlights. However, in my opinion, there is going to be a clear winner, and that is the ArkPro Ultra. The reason that I'm choosing the ArkPro Ultra as my go-to everyday carry flashlight is because of those extra 200 lumens that you get on turbo mode, as well as the aluminum that is almost 2 times as strong as the ArkPro. This is going to allow for more longevity out of this light, and I do love bright lights, so that extra 200 lumens is worth it in my opinion. However, the ArkPro is an excellent choice if you don't want those extra 200 lumens. Thank you so much for watching this video comparison, and I hope that it helped. My name's David, and I do product reviews, product comparisons, and top 5 best videos in both the home and tech niches. If you're into that kind of stuff, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for my next review.